All right. So the next question is there any test to take before boarding? I think you already answered that in one of your videos, but you can go ahead and answer it because maybe somebody might watch this before that.
Okay, so yes, I took the COVID-19 test. That was 3 days before your flight, starting from the day you want to fly. So if you're flying on Sunday, you take it on Friday.
Okay. So the last question from Lionel is do tickets get expensive due to the pandemic?
Yes, of course they did. Before I used to know that time I used to go on internet, make I go see the kind of flights I go use travel go abroad. That kind of faith. I used to see cheaper tickets. My tickets down here was about 469,000 naira.
In
So
total.
it's really much compared because they really have some other things they give to you in the plane that they literally wouldn't have given to you before, like these hand sanitizers, the mask, the gloves. All those things are extra things. I think they added to their expenses.
So before we end this conversation, there are questions from the Telegram group. And if you're not a part of that Telegram group, please check the description, click on the link and join that group and you'll be told what next to do. You heard it
Yes,
from her,
so
how she has, the group is very helpful. Like it has been very helpful so far. And we have 10 people. One person just got the visa. So we have 11 persons who have gotten their visa approved from that group. And there will be
wow.
more. That was just from last year. So this year there will be more. Okay. So there will be more. So let me ask the first question. They'll be laughing at me. So this is the first question that that we got in the group. The question is from M. She says, "What's the first thing that caught your attention riding in the streets of America?"
Okay. Today I actually went out. So everywhere is so white. Really, everywhere is like, like the Nigerian, American movie we used to watch in Hollywood, like white Christmas kind of. And I was saying, really, so I'm actually here. So what came to my mind is hard work pays, hard work really pays. Honestly, America is one place to be in. I don't know what can I would get out of here. I just cross my fingers. But the people are warm, welcoming. Yeah. So I would say one thing that crossed my mind is that the hard work pays. And that came to my mind when I was in the flight landing at Dallas. I saw everything in organized shape. Things are actually in cubes and angles. And I was saying, I'm thanking God for today. Hard work pays. That's what came to my mind.
All right. So hard work pays. You guys, you've heard it. Hard work pays. Keep,
There is no shortcut.
yeah, there's no shortcut to success. Keep persisting. Even when you're denied, keep putting it out there. You
Yeah.
definitely, get there. So this question, it was asked by Lionel. The first question is, I just want to know how rude the consular officers are when it is about financial documents under COVID-19. Okay, that one is, during your interview period, where the consular officers rude, especially considering the pandemic. That's what he's trying to say. Like,
No,
did the pandemic affect, the way that you were asked questions? Did it make them temper justice with mercy, or they were still the same consular, general, brigadier, army that they are used to being?
yeah. When I was doing my first interview, I had that thing in my mind that, because of the pandemic, there will not be so many people, and these people they will tamper just with mercy. But there's nothing like that. They are trained to be consistent. That's one thing I know. So they were consistent all the while. What they will do last year is the same thing they will do this year, and that's the same thing they will do next year. I'm already hearing people saying Biden is coming in, things will change, and all those things. Of course, they might step their distant tempo down, but their discipline still remains the same across the board. If you don't meet up with the standard, you don't meet up with the standard. So concerning that question, the financial thing, I wasn't. They didn't ask anything from me, not one document. Also, although they asked some people, but I don't think they changed in any form of shape. They didn't change. They remain consistent with their approach and all those. They remain consistent. Nothing changed.
Okay. So the next question is, as an international student, which type of tickets did you buy? A one-way or a round-trip ticket? Very good question.
So this is a very good question
Very good question. Extremely good question.
because it's a very good question. Actually, let me answer directly from me. I bought a one-way ticket. That was going straight to school here, one-way ticket. But if you really have money, you can buy a round ticket. It's actually very nice to buy a round ticket.
I'm not going to answer my question, what I bought. I'm not going to answer it now because I'll make a video out of it.
The reason is because I went to the bank to buy, use my I-20 to transfer money. And the CBN, which works with other banks in Nigeria, right? They said you can only get dollar, because dollar is about, in streets, is about 4.75 as of that day. They said you can only get dollar to be 6.65 from them if you have a round ticket. So I wasn't able to get that from them because I had
you had one-way ticket. So yeah, it also has like its benefits if you have a round ticket, versus not having one. So you can consider that. Is it worth it though? So the next question is, how was stuff in bracket control they did at the airport at your arrival? Did they vaccinate you? I think he's trying to say, did they quarantine? Did they put you in quarantine at the airport? How did they handle, the pandemic, COVID-19 protocols and everything at the airport? Was there some measures taken? Just, he's trying to find out how, the health measures and everything.
Okay. Lagos airport is different. The Doha airport and Dallas airport, they're really very strict. They had their seats were demarcated with those lines. You can't just sit very close to each other. You must wear your mask. In fact, people walk around to say, if you don't wear your mask, when they say, you madam, please can you put on your mask or so. But my own airline, that's the Qatar airline, you are required to do a test before you get in the flight. And that test result is shown in each of the airports you actually landed in. So I showed them the test results in Dallas, in Doha, and I still did that same thing in Dallas. So I think they were very, very strict about.
All right. So the next question is there any test to take before boarding? I think you already answered that in one of your videos, but you can go ahead and answer it because maybe somebody might watch this before that.
Okay. So as I took the COVID-19 test, that was 3 days before your flight, starting from the day you want to fly. So if you're flying on Sunday, you take it on Friday.
Okay. So the last question from Lionel is, do tickets get expensive due to the pandemic?
Yes, of course they did. Before I used to know that time I used to go on internet, make I go see the kind of flights I go use travel go abroad. That kind of faith. I used to see cheaper tickets. My tickets down here was about 469,000 naira
in total.
So it's really much compared, because they really have some other things they give to you in the plane that they literally wouldn't have given to you before, like these hand sanitizers, the mask, the gloves. All those things are extra things. I think they added to their expenses. And then I don't know, but for me, because I had my ticket bought very close to the date, for me, it's actually got really expensive. Some people say when you buy it ahead of time, it's cheaper. So that's that.
So it is true. I mean, the longer the duration it takes for you to like purchase your tickets, the cheaper or more expensive it gets. So if you're giving it like 1 year, which is something I said in my video about, now that your video visa has been approved, I said go ahead and start, booking for your flight, because the longer it takes for you, the more expensive it gets. So that's it. It doesn't even need to be about the pandemic. Most people are not traveling during the pandemic, especially because of the restrictions here and there. But either way, you want to save money at all at all costs. So thank you very much for answering these questions. And I do hope that you have a wonderful stay here in the United States of America, that everything would be made easy for you, that the Lord will order your steps, and the right persons will connect with you, and that just your dreams and aspirations for coming here will be achieved at the end of the day, and you can be a source of
Amen.
encouragement and inspiration to people coming behind you. This is a community. You are one of us. You are like alumni. Because you are not graduated entirely, because you're until you
Yeah.
have your masters and but
Yes.
you finish once the stage one, you're not in stage two, so you're a
Mhm.
big girl. So when people need assistance, or somebody to talk to, because more people will be coming, more people will be joining the group, I'll also reach out to you to be like a mentor to them. So you are now a same mentor as we speak. Okay.
That's
So
an upgrade,
yeah,
though.
you're now a same member. Yeah. And I do hope
Love
to like
face.
have another session with you, maybe after a month or into your second month, to now know what how you are, how you've settled in, what you've learned, and things like that. This one is just like the beginning. By that time you'd have settled in, and then you can now talk more about the things that you now have discovered. And so it's going to be a journey, and we're going to be having you here every now and then to just encourage more people. And you're already
Okay.
excited. Look at your eyes.
Yeah, that would be nice.
Yeah. So what will be your last words to anybody that wants to be like you right now, the people that are looking for the same thing that you now have? What is your last word to anybody that is watching this video?
Okay. I really have lots of friends that feel like there are ways to get this done, shortcuts. But I don't think shortcuts is the best cut. I believe when you work really hard in the right direction, you would be better and you'll get what you want. Sorry. So
Mm,
that's one thing I would say. And then in this my process, I really held God so tight. I have my Bible here.
very.
I held God so tight. In the second time when I went for my interview, I actually went to visit some motherless babies home because I'm really accustomed to that, and I gave something to them. So what I'm saying in essence is that thing that really works for you, that thing that when you look at deep down yourself, you feel that actually you've done this and you're happy, then that's the best thing you need to do. There is no shortcut. Look down yourself and hold on God. That's all I have to say.
Thank you so very much for your thoughts. They are so wonderful, and your words of encouragement. Guys, you heard it all from Uzo Ibewachi Favor. And she said, first of all, there's no shortcut to your study abroad journey. And it's the same thing with life. There's no shortcut to success. There's no shortcut to promotion. There's no shortcut to growth. You have to walk the work, put in the work. And then she also mentioned that you need to hold on to God, because at the end of the day, without God, a laborer laboreth but in vain. You need God, because there will be times when you feel like giving up, just like maybe your visa is denied and you feel like, oh, this is not for me. It could be that that is not the right time. What if you had gotten it then, and then you took a ticket? God forbid something happens. Maybe God is doing something, preventing you from something. It wasn't just the right time. So when things don't happen the way that you plan for them to happen, it's okay, but it's not okay for you to just allow that to kill that dream. Keep dreaming, keep persevering, and just believe that it will happen. And then she also mentioned something that is very key. And I think it's something, it makes me like see her in a different light, because I am that person. Now, giving is important. As much as you're trying to get something, if you're trying to get money, give money. If you're trying to get help, give help. If you're trying to get, something that that you cannot do for yourself, do something that somebody cannot do for themselves for that person. That is
Yeah.
how the life, that we are, that's how it's wired. Because givers don't lack. It might not happen immediately, but you know that you have a need. You've prayed, you've done all your study, you've been in front of the mirror to work on your confidence. It's not working. Do something else. Go out, help somebody, smile at somebody, help that old woman, because you never know, the prayer that that woman might even give to you on that day might just be all you need. Do you understand? So it's important to as much as you're trying to get something from God or from people or from the universe, you also need to give to the universe because it is important. I don't know, for some reason we just lost Uzo, and I just wanted you guys to know that this is the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope that your spirit has been engineered. And if you did enjoy it, please give us a huge thumbs up and subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you guys in another video. And I'll be sharing more of these interviews with you to encourage and motivate and empower you. I remain Valeen Oseh, and I pledge to never give up, and I hope that you do same. Bye guys.